It's Thursday again, and we all know what that means. It's put your pants on day. So break out your finest pair of listening devices and join Ziona and Slaygon for a bit of chat live here on Slay Radio.
Hi everyone, greetings on the 28th of July 2022, and as we said that the heat wave continues in many places around Europe. Not that much here, but still it's kind of warm here compared to Gothenburg weather, right?
No, it's exactly the same as Gothenburg weather because we are in Gothenburg.
Yes, and that would be how many degrees today?
I think we peaked at like 21 or something.
21, yeah. So it's quite nice. So if you want to have some sort of relaxing time from the 30, then you definitely can visit Sweden. Highly recommended place. And most likely the case is the same with Norway and Finland as well. And SDK will let us know later on what's going on in Denmark. Because I don't know about that.
I have not checked any of those at all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
sorry, by the way, that we are late, but we thought since you guys always are late, fuck it, we're late too.
Yeah, that would be a very good excuse for us, but the real reason why we are late is that I got home a bit
because
later
she had a good feeling.
Are you mocking me right now? No, I just had a feeling that I need to go today to prepare my brand new ID, the Swedish ID. So, it's prepared, obviously, but now I needed to pick it up because I think I prepared it on Monday. So that's why. And since I wasn't really aware of the waiting time that you need to stand there, which was 1 hour and 45 minutes. And I think this is still brilliant because some people might have been waiting there for 2-3 hours to issue like passports and IDs. And
to pick them up.
To pick them up, yeah, exactly.
You don't get them issued in that queue.
No, they're already issued. Yeah, the pickup is the one that takes a kind of long queue. And I guess the other case is when you don't have an appointment. But never mind, it took like way more time than I estimated. So that's why I was a bit late. But of course, when you wait for 80 minutes somewhere and you see that, okay, that might take 20 more minutes. Okay, then let's do it. Like, I don't want to waste this whole evening not making it happen. So, yeah, I have it now. And I'm a very proud Swedish citizen. So now I just need to polish my language knowledge, preferably not with Slaygon, because I will just leave the school instantly if that happens. But anyway.
I don't understand what she's talking about.
No one understands it. And I forgot to start it officially. Now we have a bed. Yes. And you, how are you?
Oh, just vacationing. Just organized the studio, so we're back in it here. So it looks nice.
Yes.
As it should, and all of that.
As it should, indeed. So,
yes.
So yeah, we are trying to do some things. Meanwhile, we are vacationing. I try not to overwhelm myself because I will face some very difficult weeks, like probably counting from next week. So now I still just try to relax a bit before that happens. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a kind of a busy July, August, late July and August.
July was just a warm-up. That's nothing just
August
yet.
August, September will
September
very,
will be
very
rough.
busy.
Yeah, in fact, so rough that I really want to go to function, and I'm planning to go, but it might be one day instead of two. I don't know, because that will be exactly when the move happens, or almost exactly. So I do not know yet the schedule. I will be there most probably, but let's see if it's 1 or 2 days. And yeah, other than that, we are fine. We are really hoping that you are fine too.
Yes, we are.
We are hoping, yes. Was that a question? That are we hoping?
Yeah.
Yes, we are hoping.
Shit. Oh, I really shouldn't put my leg down that way because I have a switch for the breakout box for the power.
Ooh, that would be
Like
a bit...
half of the shit here on this side of the table is run through that. So yeah, I should try to avoid kicking.
You should try
I
to
should.
avoid, indeed.
Yes.
Otherwise we go completely black and no one
No,
will...
not completely, just partially.
Partially black. That sounds so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there have been some releases released. Not to repeat myself there, but there have been some releases during July, and we still owe you probably the remix news of June as well, which will be released at some point as well.
Yeah, well, you know, summertime, vacations,
Summertime, everyone
and
is vacationing.
things and
Yeah.
doodads and whatnot. So, yeah.
Indeed. So we try to keep up, but yeah, I could say that a lot of releases were happening in June and July as well. So the remixers did not go on vacation. And one of them is Erwin Summerstein, and he is certainly releasing the heck out of 2022 because he is coming out with better and better and better releases by time. And this one is the newest release on RKO as well. Funky Freak, Turn It Around.
Push that sound, turn it around. Push that sound, turn it around.
Turn what around?
It.
Oh, it. Or is it IT, maybe? Turn IT around.
That would be capital, and it's not capital.
How do you know from the pronunciation?
From the pronunciation, you really know because you pronounce IT or it.
Yeah, some
So-
people say I work in it.
Who is the IT guy who says that to you?
Nobody really.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
people who like to pretend.
Mm-hmm. Pretend that they are IT guys,
It guys.
it guys. And for real, are they? What
Nah.
are they?
Nah. Nah.
Nah,
Nah.
they are not.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
they are not it.
They are definitely not it.
Okay. Well, we know the very important thing here. And Berserk asked, when is the next garden party?
Well, I get that. The one we just had last week was very unannounced, and we're just supposed to be visited by Juha Kaunisto, aka Sumpi, who then fell off from that. And then Andreas thought, before Sumpi fell off, but Andreas thought, oh, excellent, because I'm coming down to Gothenburg. I thought, oh, excellent, let's do something. And then Gohanks and Uthar and Christina came around, and ASDK tagged along. So yeah, it kind of became a garden party.
Yeah,
It was
and they,
just a bit of a random. Oh, by the way, I forgot. While we were doing the garden party last time, Malthus resubscribed on Twitch and said, "What? You're having a party and didn't invite me?" Well, I wouldn't have come anyway, but still, this hurts. I'm sorry, Malthus.
no one was invited, really. They
No,
just
it was-
decided to come.
Yeah, pretty much. But-
Nothing planned. There was nothing planned
Yeah,
here.
it definitely wasn't a planned garden party. It was more like, let's put some furniture in the garden and do a show and see who turns up.
Well, it's
Well,
not
no,
even
not
that.
really, not really that way around
Yeah.
either.
Not even that. But
Yeah, it kind of just started with Sumpi was supposed to come, and Andreas was going to come to Gothenburg anyway, so he kind of timed that to that date, and then kind of went from there. It wasn't really an "Hi, would you come?" kind of a thing.
yeah, and then those guys didn't even talk with them, Andreas and Sumpi. So they just turned
With-
up. Yeah.
With them.
Go Hanks, Uthar and Ace, they didn't really talk with the other bunch of the
No,
group,
no,
but they were
no.
like, traveling around. So
Yeah.
that is how it happened. And it turned out great. We really enjoyed
Yeah,
the
a
whole
little bit
weekend.
more work than expected, just to put a bloody furniture on the yard and pulling all the cabling out there.
Mhm.
Would have been nice if I had long enough cables to run it from the patio the whole thing from the patio. That would have been nice. But turned out I didn't have long enough cables. So we just pulled them out to the closest garden.
And it was the garden.
Which is our garden. It's not just a random closest garden.
Otherwise it would be called patio party, I guess, not garden party. So
yeah, the reason it was called garden party because I knew I didn't have long enough cables for the patio.
Okay.
Anyway, the patio is in the garden. So
yeah, indeed.
Anyway.
So it was good. And
it was fun, but yes, we missed you, Malthus.
Yeah.
You should have come. Why didn't you come?
Why you just didn't figure this out telepathically that you need to turn up, just like the others did, you know?
Exactly. Sort of weird mesh network going on there.
Yeah, probably next year when we will have a less disastrous year, maybe some official meeting can be done. Maybe.
Yeah. One of the ideas, I went to have this, or not to have this, but I went to this sensor design party meetup thingy in when was it? Months ago, like December.
Yeah, I think
November, December, something like that. But at that point we hadn't yet moved into the house, and I was very, very optimistic and said, well, maybe we can have the next one, sensor meetup in June in my new house. Yeah, that didn't go too well.
But that didn't go, basically.
Yeah.
So it did not happen.
Yeah. So, yeah, that will take a little bit more organizing to make that happen. But, yeah, that could be fun. We'll make that happen at some point. Just
Indeed.
not right now.
And the first weekend of August is pretty much out already anyway. Or it would be, because I definitely won't be here.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the points with the sensor design meetup is that you wouldn't be here.
Well, then in this case, that's the point. Okay,
you're not a member of sensor design.
I know, but then you would have plenty of occasions to do this year.
I know.
Shame on you.
Just wasn't ready with the house and everything else. There's been shit we needed to do.
Yeah, now you are. You see now.
Somewhat.
All the free weekends you will have ahead, during the next 2 months. No, not all of them, but certainly there will be some. And I told to Slaygon that I am open to do remote shows as well, like next week. But he said it depends.
Yes, it does depend, because last time we did it was a bit shit. I don't want to do it that way. I want to kind of get it more prepped. So before you leave this time, we're going to do a proper testing, so we get all of that sorted.
I did not know that, but that's good to know. Okay, cool.
I don't know, didn't you see the show we did remotely?
Well, it's not that I'm watching our shows that much.
No, but didn't you check it?
I did. I had just a brief look. It's not something.
It was a bit shit.
Oh, something.
Yeah, I heard something as well.
That was a cat, probably.
Maybe.
And we need.
Or the No, you didn't put the laundry machine on. Or switched.
Yeah, you switched it off, or it was switched off originally.
I don't know. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, Shargo has a request or two.
Hi, Shargo.
Yep, this is his first request of the evening. It's also a relatively new remixer who keeps coming out with great tracks, and he's called Ox, and Visions Part 3 is the new remix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a newcomer remixer, Ox, who released, I need to count, oh my god, this is crazy. Since April, he released 10 remixes. This is his 10th remix. Not a 10th before Slaygon asks if it's a 10th. But I think at this
10th remix.
At this very point, he has a very good chance to be the newcomer of the year. So let's keep an eye on this one, because that is definitely quality and quantity combined there. And where were we?
Right here.
Right here.
Last week we were in the garden.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One more new information I need at least then, that we don't know just yet.
One more?
Just one more.
Just one more.
Yeah.
You have a laptop.
I do. No way. Oh my god.
And here's a fun part. She has an extended keyboard underneath the laptop as well. It's
not that extended though.
Well, look at that. Keys. Point to your laptop. Point to your keyboard.
Yeah, that's... this very point, I don't even know why this is here, because it wouldn't be necessary, but sure, it's okay. It's almost exactly the same as the normal keyboard of the laptop for portability.
Slightly superfluous, yes.
Yeah, so
I just put it there because it was over there and I thought you wanted it for some reason. I don't know.
Well, it's good for one thing, at least. It keeps me in a bit of distance from the screen, so that I can actually look at the screen, so I'm not really looking that much down when I'm talking to you guys. But
you can just slap the laptop up on top of the tractor.
Well, that would be interesting, but then probably not much would be seen from face
Probably.
or something like that. But yeah, I still love this sleek, slim, handy little keyboard that can be absolutely handy, especially during sets, because sometimes I need to use it. And then I just don't want to reach out for the laptop because that's like definitely in a distance from me. So very good. Can recommend for others as well. But it all depends on the setup, of course. and it's still July, still Pride Month, celebrating.
Oh,
yes.
Right. That's why I apparently am wearing my most colorful t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, never mind, because he really doesn't have any other color when it comes to t-shirts. So,
well, I do have a few red ones.
I love when I wash your t-shirts, and I like to turn them inside out, because obviously most of the moisture happens inside. So, and then when I pull them out, all of them are black, like non-identifiable which one is which, and then I just turn them again, because hanging them up is easier that way. So yeah, I just love it. Yeah, especially the fact that they are materials that are super attracting the cat fur. I do not know how you do that.
Cotton.
Like, it drives me crazy. And
cotton and black. Bad combo for that.
I really tried everything. I tried to remove all the fur before washing. And when I got them out of the washing machine, they looked exactly the same as before. So pointless. Like, it's almost as pointless work as ironing. And yes, I know, forgive me, some people like iron shirts, I know, and they look great. It's just the effort that I don't want to put into that. So I rather leave it that way. My mom sometimes irons even the bedclothes, which I completely see as pointless, but she says that, isn't it amazing that you lay into a bed with warm and smooth bedclothes? And yeah, it actually is, but the effort that you need to make for that, it doesn't seem like it's worth it, right?
No.
Why would I iron something that I know that it will be...
It just get wrinkled as soon as you lay down in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm probably an anti-housewife. By this point, we recognize that. So Anyway, I can live with that, so it's all good. What do we have here? Let me check. You are just typing and typing there, and still typing.
Yeah, a few questions with regard to like last minute things I came up with now, with regard to the thing we're going to talk about in, I don't know, 20 minutes ish.
Oh, yeah. We are going to talk about something. We are making an announcement after 9.
I just made the announcement that we will make an announcement.
Yes, that was very important.
In about 20 minutes, and we just need to check a few last minute things. Not that it matters much, but anyway, doesn't matter.
Great that we announced that we will make an announcement.
Yes, it's a pre-announcement.
A pre-announcement. Yes. And now Gohings's request follows that pre-announcement, and he requested Phrygian. I never know how to pronounce his name. Phrygian and Batman, the Caped Crusader. Phrygian?
Yes.
Phrygian. So not Phrygian.
That's how I would pronounce it. Phrygian.
Okay. Well, Batman, the Caped Crusader, reggaeton mix.
Flatline, the Cape Crusader.
What did you ask again? Like, what is this?
Yes.
How did you pronounce that?
Zubrovska.
Oh, Zubrovka.
Yeah, whatever, that thing.
It's Zubrovka.
Bison grass thingy.
Yes, the bison grass thingy. Thanks to Goings at Christina, we still have some.
Yes, and I have a Danish beer thanks to HDK.
They supplied us for who knows how long. Well, when it comes to Slaygon, not that long. For me, it will be enough for half a year, at least.
Mm-hmm. Tack rock. Till kamp för rocken, it says.
Till kamp för rocken?
Yes, rocken is dödelig. That's smoking is deadly in Dutch.
Oh.
But this is Danish, so I don't know, fight for rock or something.
Or maybe camp is a camp.
No,
So a rock
camp is a struggle.
Uh-huh.
Fight for.
Like camp.
Till kamp.
Yeah,
As
got
in
it.
fight for. Up. Yeah. Etc.
I have a baby shark on my glass. Isn't that cool? Baby shark. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Nice glass. Where did you get this set from?
Liseberg, I think.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. That explains it.
Like 20 years ago.
When Baby Shark wasn't even cool just yet.
Exactly. I'm
Okay.
way ahead of my time.
Yes, you are, as always. Except social media, because with that you weren't. But you caught up.
I've been registered on social media for yonks and yonks, so I just don't use them that much.
Yonks and Yonks, which was
Yes.
your first social media that you registered at?
Kind of depends on how you view social media. I would say somewhere in the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah, BBSs.
BBS.
We had the BBS, the boards on there and discussion forums on there.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if
I guess those would be called social media.
Yeah, but in that case, we could call forums social media as well,
Yes,
which
they are.
was typically a thing of
So
90s.
okay, so then define social media for me.
Well, I guess the typical platforms that were all about friend requests and following each other and following each other's work and all of that. But of course, if you don't,
In that case, I've been on all of them. I've been on like Orkut, and we had a bunch of Swedish ones, Lunar Storm. We had, yeah, I've been on all of them basically.
Okay.
I
Ours
guess-
was
I
called
guess it-
Iviv.
I guess that whole thing started with what was it called? 6 degrees of separation or something like that, which then became Orkut, I think, or something of the sort. But anyway, it was like how many steps away from Kevin Bacon are you? So you could count like who do you know, and who do they know, and etc. And how many steps away from Kevin Bacon are you, essentially?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Yahoo groups, no.
Whoa.
Yeah, no. I wasn't that much into these forum type versions of these things. I kind of gave up on them after the BBS times.
After the BBS times. So yeah, you got tired even during the BBS times. Fuck it, not
Yeah,
interesting
in
at
the
all.
80s. Too
In
many
the
too
80s.
many people.
Before internet became a thing, you
Yes.
already got tired of it.
Yes.
That
It's,
says everything.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you though, because nowadays, yeah, getting more and more tired seeing everything that is going on there. So completely understand it. But yeah, Orkut, I have been there as well. But I didn't really log in many times.
No,
So-
me either. And Google Plus or whatever the fuck it was, and
That was
all
later.
those things. Yeah, I know, but Orkut was kind of became Google Plus afterwards.
Oh,
So it was the same kind of ish thing.
so they... okay, I understand. And it was also an interesting thing that until a while in the 90s, I think Yahoo was a big thing as well. I'd be curious, when was the point when Google was kind of skyrocketing compared to Yahoo? So
2006-ish, I would say.
so they definitely divided, and Google grew the biggest.
Yeah.
But Yahoo, I still remember searching with Yahoo.
Yeah.
Good
and,
old times.
And Alta Vista.
Ah, yes, Alta Vista. And we had local Hungarian version of that, which was called Alta Vizsla. And not kidding.
Is the Swedish version Alta Visla? So Alta La.
What's that?
Visla, Visla means whistle.
Aha.
Alta La.
That's good. Vizsla is a dog type, a hunter dog, a very thin and mid-size, probably not mid, rather big size hunter dog. Very nice doggy, and so the doggy was the logo. But yeah, we didn't really use it that much. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, I guess all these forums and that sort of thing, maybe it is, as you say, the friend request or befriending thing is the defining thing for social media these days. I don't know, or being able to follow or whatever. But yeah, Twilight says, anyone else got their ICQ number burning into the back of the head? 4378919. That's me from way back when.
How many digits was that?
Yeah, that was my second ICQ number, because the first one I got, it was like below 1,000 or something.
You were
like that.
so cool.
And unfortunately I lost it, so I had to register a new one once it started to become a little bit popular. But yeah, ICQ, Messenger, IRC, obviously early 90s, like that. So I guess those are I guess Discord, would you call that social media? By your definition, I wouldn't say it is.
No, because it's real time. It's a chatting platform, I'd say. You can also follow friends there, but
you can befriend
guess
people on there.
Yeah, you can. That's why it's there are parts of it that qualifies as social media. But if we want to be really nut pickers here,
Nut pickers.
picking nuts here. What?
Nitpickers.
Nitpickers.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Don't pick my nuts. I like to keep my nuts.
I like nuts.
They're fine where they are.
Social media definition. There we go. Dictionary. Websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking.
Oh yeah.
Discord qualifies that as well.
MySpace. Obviously, I had one of those spaces. Yeah.
They don't really define the not the speed of the communication, because another definition says social media is a collective term for websites and applications that focus on communication, community-based input, interaction, content sharing, and collaboration, which Discord does as well. People use social media to stay in touch and interact with friends, family, and various communities. I guess.
Yeah, that's very broad definition of it. So IRC would qualify in that definition as well then?
Yeah, it would. Yeah. And all chat platforms in that case, but I would not call them.
I guess forums as well. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, because if you take Snapchat, for example, that's also a chat application, and that belongs to the social media palette. So I don't know. Yeah. Never mind.
I don't know.
Not important.
I don't care.
No, nothing. I know you don't care, but others might. So, Berka requested Lagerfeldt and a track that we haven't heard for a while in a show. And this would be Robot Dreams and featuring Paranoid Android. So Paranoid Droid, I hope you are around somewhere. This one goes out to you too.
a love so bizarre. I'll never feel that is a dream. I'm a machine.
It's over. It's over now. You can stop. Finally, you need
Hi.
to breathe. That's great.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, we heard.
I could have continued a lot longer than that.
I bet you
I
could.
chose not to.
Yeah, for...
But I'll tell you this. I do not have as much lung capacity that I had before COVID.
Oh, so you noticed your lung capacity to be decreased?
Slightly, yes. Yes. Slightly, yes. But yeah, it's getting better every day. So.
Okay, that's great to hear at least. It's a very slow progress though, I should say.
Yeah, it's been how long now since we got over it? Since we started testing negative?
1 month. Since we started to test negative, I have no idea. But my estimation is that we got it a month and 11 days ago. That's my estimation. But yeah, it took like 20 days to test negative after the initial time. Initial time, yes, the start time. So I rather prefer to wear mask right now that I know how it feels. So it's like everyone today on the bus were also like without masks, and it's summer and it's warm compared to Gothenburg, and I still don't give a shit because that is not good. So I don't want to repeat it with another variant, especially not before I fly.
Yeah, that would be a little bit boring and
No.
repetitive.
Yeah, and it hurts my wallet because I need to push away the flight all the time.
That's the most important part there.
Yeah, I mean, not the most important part, but seriously, we would survive the next one as well. But it's not something that I miss from my life right now to get another variant. So no.
V4 Thor or Vathor, which is it? Is it like the V4 engine Thor, or is it Vathor? Says I guess on IRC or Twitch. I can't really see. He says, for what it's worth, I started with Internet Explorer in 1998, and then I made it to the Stevens book in a year or two.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. Is that in reference to social media?
Stephen's book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that would mean.
Is it MacBook?
Yeah, okay. Steve's book
Steve's book, yes.
and Tim's book and all of that. But yeah,
Or is Stephen's book some obscure little site somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Either case, never mind. It doesn't matter.
I
Because we have
started with-
news.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
I just wanted to add I started with Netscape Navigator.
Oh,
Yay.
I started with some weird Gopher kind of a thing, and then, yeah, there was, what was it, Mosaic that I started with.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's the precursor of Firefox or Netscape Navigator.
Yeah, okay. Everyone knows that you are cooler than anyone else right now.
No, I'm just older. There's
Yes,
nothing to
but
do
in
with cool.
In a retro community, that's a value. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, we have an announcement to make. This time, not a pre-announcement, but the real one. So,
Oh yes, we are now in the post. No, we are not yet in the post announcement. We will do that later on. But for now, we are in the middle of the announcement, and I guess we need to just check one quick little thing before we do any announcing.
okay.
And that will be, where is it? There we are. We have some rules for you guys.
Some rules.
Yes,
like-
we do have some rules for you guys.
What kind of announcement is that? You
that
introduce
is,
some rules.
Yes, indeed.
That sounds bad, actually.
Yes,
That sounds
indeed.
really bad.
That sounds really good. Especially if you ask Kjetil Nossum. He likes rules. And strict.
he definitely
So,
does.
yes.
Yeah.
So we are just pleasing our overlords, the fast loaders, by announcing the remix competition. At Back in Time Live. So I'm gonna throw up this on screen.
Throw up? No, you don't throw up.
Thank you.
My revenge.
Ba-dum.
So,
There is a remix competition at Back in Time Live in October. So the short version of the rules are on screen, which reads: combine tracks, either SID or module, from 2 or more composers into one awesome remix. Pick among Chris Hulsbeck, Jeroen Tel, Barry Leach, Tim Wright, and Matthew Cannon's original work. Deadline, October 16th.
yeah. So,
And if you want to read the full set of rules, including links to modules and SIDs and whatnot, follow that link right there, which is remixscene.com/bitlivecompo. And for now, it looks like you will need an account on remix64.com to access the page, but you certainly will need to have an account to submit tracks Let's make that
Yeah.
slightly
Anyway,
bigger.
make an account just in
So-
time. Yeah.
Yes, so
Create an account.
create yourselves accounts on there. So here you go, nice little links to all of those, and all the rules are on there, and then you have a little submission page down at the bottom there. So yeah, that is excellent news.
And remixscene.com/bitlivecompo, just in one word.
Remixscene.com/bitlivecompo.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Remix 64.
remixscene.com/bitlivecompo.
Okay.
Just repeating it.
Okay,
So
okay.
just so you know, you can
Okay.
read all the details there, and we will post the URL if Slaygon can copy it there.
I can type it. Remixscene.com bitlivecompo. It is now
Fluke.
posted.
Awesome.
Posted.
Aha, there we go. Oh, Eivind is there. Fluke is there. I'm so
Oh.
happy already.
Nice, nice.
That's very, very nice.
That
Looking
is
forward to that.
excellent. Yeah, I actually started going through the list of modules from Matthew, Chris, and Barry, and I haven't gotten to Tim Wright yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what is in there. I'm not too familiar with Tim Wright's modules, to be honest, so very curious to see what is in there.
But you are familiar with his remixes, right?
Yes, definitely, but
Very
not,
much so,
but
yeah.
not the modules.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so yeah, it's worth to dive deep into this rabbit hole, and it's somewhat special because it's not that you need to do one song's remix, so you need to make a medley here, and it's also within the rules that
Also, Tim Wright hasn't made any remixes, has he?
I think he has, or I'm mixing him up with someone, but he must have.
Tim Forsyth, I think you're mixing him up with,
Hang on a
because he
minute.
has not done any C64 remixes.
Oh, I
or-
might have, yeah.
Yes.
I'm so sorry about
Anyway,
that.
sorry. Carry on with the
All those Tims. Anyway, all those Tims just confuse me for a moment. Anyway, never mind that part. So the point is that this remix compo is somewhat special because you need to make a medley out of at least 2 songs from 2 separate authors. So very important here, and we would like to emphasize that because Shetil asked us to as well, that it's not that you need to pick 2 songs from the same artist, but you need to pick 2 songs from separate artists and put them together if you can.
Yes,
from
at least 2. You
Yeah,
can
at least
include
2.
more, but at least 2.
2 artists and at least 2 songs.
Yes.
Right? In one song. So
Yes.
just don't forget about that, because this is easy to miss. So it's not one remix and plain song that they are expecting,
Yes,
but
they
a
are
medley.
expecting one remix.
One medley, yes, remix medley at least, because at least 2 songs from 2 authors. So might sound complicated first, but just check out the rules, please, before you do anything, and then you can initiate the work when you actually have everything there.
Oh, and I just checked. Tim Wright has done remixes, but on albums only.
Oh, okay. Wasn't that far from the truth then?
No.
That's great.
Oh, this is interesting. Highly interesting.
Highly.
It's
What is
behaving
highly
oddly.
interesting?
I'm checking Tim Wright on remix64.com.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting man, definitely.
Definitely, yes. Fluke says, agony! Which is a remix he has actually made. Tim Wright.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, at least 2 artists, 2 songs, okay? Don't forget about that. Important.
Yeah, I don't think
Not a
any of
simple
these
remix.
people have cooperated on a track.
No.
'Cause then you would include 2 artists in one song anyway.
Yeah, that would be optimal for the compo, but no.
Yeah, I don't think that would count anyway.
So yeah. Yeah.
So essentially, show your musical chops. Kind of a compo, I guess.
Yeah, and also it will be anonymous, I think, right?
Yes, the compo itself will be anonymous. Entries will be uploaded to Remix 64. Voting will happen on Remix 64 as opposed to the paper slips we used last time.
Yeah.
Which was slightly stressful to say the least. This time, even though we are announcing the thing, we are completely, utterly hands off from the compo itself. We are just essentially pressing play on anonymous tracks that we get provided from Fast Loaders and Lala and Remix64.com. So there we go.
There we go. Announcement ends, right?
Yes, I guess so. Now we are in the post announcement. Oh, wait. I have no post announcements.
No post announcement so far. Just don't forget that this is a special remix compo and it's not about one track. So read the rules above all, because I might not have been very understandable about them either. So go there, click on the link, read the rules, and then go ahead and start to plan your remix. The 16th of October is the deadline. I don't know if it's specified, if it's midnight or any hour is there.
I think it's all of 16th of October, and so you get the whole day Central European time.
Yeah, exactly. So few days before the party starts, so to speak. So the guys want to be very prepared. That is very good, I guess.
Yeah, there's because it's anonymous. There is a bit of work involved in anonymizing the tracks as well before we get them and before they are played and all of that. So we have all of that in place as well. So yeah. And I guess Fast Loaders will be updating things on their Facebook page. You can follow them. It's just Fast Loaders, and there is a page on Facebook for the Back in Time Live event called, appropriately enough, Back in Time Live 2022, a musical homage to the C64 and Amiga. So there we go.
Yep, perfect. Okay, let's carry on then with the next request.
Let's.
And FS has the next request, who said, "Hi everybody, just listening today." So yeah, we do that pretty often as well. And his request was Alloy Run by Signify. Signify and Alloy run, and Slaygon run back.
Yes, Alloy, run, because I'm an
Alloy, run.
alloy.
And it seems like Martin Land has arrived as well.
Oh, hello, Martin Lenz.
Hello,
Martin Lenz.
Martin Lenz, all the Martin Lenz out
all of
there.
them. Lenz.
Martin Lenz, all the Martin Lenz out
all of
there.
them.
Ooh, he has an amazingly joyful idea of molding 2 tracks in an impro of yours. Ooh, cool. Not Theremin this time. And it was at the airport on the way from Gotland. Ooh. That would fit perfectly, but I would have chosen 2 current composers from Vandalism News. Oh, yeah. If you really would like to do that particular thing, then it needs to be outside the compo, because the compo rules are right now about all those authors that we mentioned. And you can find them, the list of them, on the site that we posted. So don't forget that particular artists, well, a few of them at least, so you will have like a very wide choice of tracks anyway with these 4 or 5 artists. And 2 tracks, 1 from each. That's very important. So pick 2 of them basically, and then just make it into one medley if you can. And that's it. So if you insist on your composers instead, then it needs to be released outside the competition, unfortunately. Or you can still wait for a next remix competition that doesn't have those rules. That's also a possibility. So it's up to you. But please keep the rules, and please keep be faithful to the rules this time with the artists and the requests there, if we can have a thing, because we would have quite a bleeding heart if we would need to disqualify someone because not keeping those rules. So I would hate to do that, and I really don't want to. So please just check the rules and read them at least twice, okay? So
And speaking of Vandalism News, I think I thought I made a bunch of tunes for one of them at some point, so I had to look it up, but instead I found an episode, what are they called, issue number 31, in which I apparently was interviewed in 2000.
Apparently.
Yes,
I remember that interview. I mean, remember your photo, because you looked so different back then.
Yeah, but this is not from that.
Not from that?
No. This is Vandalism News. That is a news kind of a thing, a production on the 64.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. Then your photo would be very 8-bit, but I guess there was no photo there. But yeah, it's just funny how different you looked back then. I always smile on that.
Oh, hello Proton of that there Finnish goal.
Hi.
Mitä kuuluu? Oh, apparently he's relaying the stream.
Thank you. And it's funny with this Finnish gold, because I just see fig, and fig is that
figment of your imagination.
No, I want to say fruit, but is it a fruit? No, it's a plant. Fig,
Fig is a small bit that grows out of a branch.
No, that's not the fig that we are talking about. Okay, I'm gonna check that up, because I'm pretty sure it is called fig. But which language? I have no idea. Maybe this is the confusing part here. So, fig.
Soft pear-shaped fruit with sweet dark flesh and many small seeds.
Very sweet, very, very sweet. So it's unbearably sweet for me, but
unbearably sweet.
Unbearably, and this is fig. So yes, this is what comes to my mind. And not saying that the Finnish gold is unbearably sweet, but it's fig. And yes, definitely. Anyway.
What is it I'm thinking of? Something similar to fig.
Corn fig.
Twig, thank you, Flute. Twig, not fig.
I'm
twig
so
is
happy.
what I'm thinking of.
I'm so happy when I'm right, and finally I can defeat him in a language-related thing
when you're
in English.
saying no.
I was right about fig.
Saying no about something is not being right.
No, I said fig, and I was right about the fact that this is the fruit-like thing.
Yeah, sure.
And you did not remember on that. So,
No,
registering another moment in time.
I did not object to your definition either. Instead, I actually went to look for the definition.
This is what people do, right?
Yes, this
Okay.
is what people do. And
Amazing.
if they don't, they should.
Amazing. I have no more comments, but up to the next request. The next request is the requester's name is ruined because of your system again. So we do not know
okay.
the proper name. What was
Ås.
Ås? Okay.
Or AHS. Ås.
Okay. So Micke Ås said, Hawkeye, it's the greatest. Okay, and well, here we will play a version of Hawkeye that is definitely faithful to the original. It's made by also a newcomer who is even more crazy than the previous newcomers. This newcomer is just listening, by the way. He's on the channel. And in this year, from the end of January, he already released 19 tracks. 19. It is July. Just imagine that.
No.
19 in 6 months. So he is also has a very great chance to be newcomer of the year, I would say. And
you can follow him on YouTube as well. Retro Remixer or something like that. Could you post that on Discord there?
Retro Music Remixes, I think.
Yes,
something,
I think
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, so if you could post that link on Discord, that would be nice.
Yep. And this would be Fluke, Tony Fluke Virén, and Hawkeye.
Retrogamingmusic.com, apparently.
Yes, thank you, Luke, for posting the link. And he also said, "You were wrong, Slaygon." Haha.
Yes, I was wrong.
Yes, I know, but let me enjoy this moment, okay? Because you are apparently always right when it comes to English language. So
Yeah, well,
I double enjoy the moment.
fig, twig,
Well, someone said to me that I need to be very precise with my language.
Yes.
So I'm not accepting
this is-
this excuse from you now.
This is why I went and actually tried to look it up.
Very good. As normal people do.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't, they should.
Yes. That's what we all should do. Look things up.
Yes.
Yes.
If you don't know something, look things up.
What great life-changing tips we give you tonight. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't think that will change anyone's life.
Well, if they just start to do that now and they never did it before, then
that is true.
that is very much
Yeah.
of a game changer. So yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're even a little bit unsure, look it up. It's always good. That's what Google is for, or supposed to be for, at least.
Handiest advice ever. Okay, well, unless it might be like sickness, so don't try to be a doctor instead of the doctors, probably. That's not a good idea. The Google Doc. Don't try to be the Google Doc.
That's the second one you get today. Yeah, second guessing professionals is one thing, but being unsure of like minor things that there's been a bunch of things that you were taught in school, for instance, that turns out, or not school, but adults when you were a kid, that you still believe in. There are many of those things that I believe that turned out to be complete horseshit. So,
Well,
yeah, it's kind of interesting to take one of those beliefs that you have and try to go and find information about it to either verify or find the actual truth. It's interesting.
yeah, sure.
You
And
you
then-
find out a lot of things along the way because they're kind of all connected in one way or another.
And I like to add here that there might be 1 or 2% of things where we don't have an explanation just yet, or
1 or 2%.
well, maybe more even. So we need to keep an open mind for those cases as well, maybe.
Here's the
Very
thing.
so slightly.
There's so many things out there that we don't even know how to ask the questions about yet.
For
So
example, we don't know who is Foucault talking to at night when she is
that's
out.
That's a question we know how to ask, but there are questions we don't even know how to ask yet because we don't know that question exists yet. That's how much of uncertainty there is out there.
Yep, very true. So our cat has one of the cats has a hobby that being on the stairs outside where we are currently, like places where we are not, basically. So
Yeah, she leaves the room and starts to talk.
starts to talk so loudly that when she directly talks to us, it always sounds different. So that's why I think that she is not talking to us. But then there comes the question, who is she talking to? Because that is a bit creepy. So yeah, she is doing a very loud announcement, especially being on the stairs. And interesting, I would say. It's very interesting.
Yeah, or downstairs. Like last night, she was down here in the basement.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she found a spider or something and screamed, "Come and look! Come and look! Come and look! It's so exciting!"
She's either up or down, it doesn't matter. She never is around when she does that. And
Oh,
she
yeah,
makes
she is.
very...
Yeah, she is.
No, not around
Yeah,
us.
she is. She's been in the living room when we've been sitting there, and she does that.
No.
But then we
I'm-
actually see her
I don't even remember one case when she did this loud announcement when she was next to us.
Yesterday, not next to us, in the same room.
Okay, maybe, but I don't remember that either. So,
Yesterday.
okay, I don't remember
Very
that.
selective memory there.
Yes, I have selective memory. But yeah, most of the time she is far away and she is talking to something or someone. We will never learn. Anyway. So, we were... Oh, I was lining up a nice song, actually. You don't know that song at all because you didn't spend hours and hours of time making that song.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Because Eleanor had a request, and the request is Never Die, Skids Lives Forever.
Yeah. It's a very, very nice song.
It's a very, very nice song indeed. And you also won Roti with that, if I remember correctly.
I did, I think, yes. Or, no, I didn't. I won Best Remix of the Year. Remix of the Year.
Yeah, I mean one of the categories of the
Yes.
Roti. I don't remember which one, but you certainly did win with that one. And yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful song.
Someone sent out a shout on that on remix64.com and said the ending is uninspired. Well, sometimes the ends do not come big and dramatic. They fizzle out slowly, which kind of that was meant to illustrate the end of that song.
Yep. Silence.
Yep.
Definitely. The silent ending. Sometimes there is a place for silent ending.
Yes, it wasn't
For
a fade
sure.
out at least.
Yeah, that is...
That to me is uninspired.
That's positive indeed. Well, sometimes you just don't have time or you don't feel like continuing it. So understandable sometimes that you finish with a fade out.
Yeah,
Can happen. with
It can.
anyone.
It can.
Can happen with anyone. So
Yeah.
it's all fine.
Yeah. It was such a nice dude.
Yeah, it's a pity that I have never get to meet him.
You would have liked him.
Yeah,
A
I'm
lot.
sure. I'm sure I would. But instead, I was just reading the news from a distance. And I was like, those guys up there.
Is that why you got glasses? So you could get the paper closer?
At that time, I did not use my glasses very regularly because it was only -half.
Yeah, that's why you
But-
were reading the news at a distance. And you got your glasses so you could read them closer up.
Very true. But anyway, yeah, I was nowhere close to the remix scene at that time, but I was definitely reading about that and sometimes about the forums as well. And I was like, those guys up there in all those Nordic countries, being in the cold and the darkness.
Yeah, that's why I blocked all sunlight in the studio because
It was too much.
feels more like home.
It was just too much, especially during the summer. You don't want more.
Kjetil says, "What? Fade outs are uninspired?"
I knew that someone will come
Yeah.
and just take it as a personal offense.
Well, the type of music Fastloaders does, they kind of, for the most part, actually require fiddly-doom at the end. It's just my opinion, and I know I have at least one other broadcaster with me firmly on my side on this one. That would be Boz.
You just solved all the headaches and
fiddly-doom.
yes, all the headaches and problems for fast loaders for the next few years as well when they are uninspired to finish the song.
B-Circ says abrupt endings are the best. Yeah, for a while there when I did compo tracks, I always ended like the weirdest ways. It was like just a kick drum at the end. Yeah, sometimes even slightly offbeat. But it's memorable, I guess.
You have weird perversions, guys. I really don't like abrupt endings, especially not when I'm like into the biggest factor of enjoyment, state of mind,
in the flow.
In the flow, yes. Like let's say that you go out and jog or run or move or whatever you do on the music, and then you are like, oh, so good, and then abrupt ending. There you go. It just kills the whole thing. It's almost like when someone stops you on the street to ask something from you, and your both ears were plugged, and you were like in the highest state of enjoyment when it comes to music, and then they all of a sudden interrupt this. That is not good. So forgive me if I don't like that.
Depends on what kind of track it is and what phase of the track it is in.
Yeah, that is very true. Sometimes it can be funny as well. I don't argue over that, but sometimes when your brain is just calibrated to get this feeling, then it can be very painful. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, and Banan says, "Oh, no garden today. No, we're doing the indoor garden, the technical garden."
Technical garden. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a shrubbery. This is another shrubbery. This is a tree.
You don't have the tree animation just now. But
I don't have the. I have a 3D animation.
ooh. I'm gonna play a song to that because Anyway, Kjetil has a tendency to speak up when his song is playing or will play.
Yeah, he already did. So he must have sensed it coming.
Yeah, he just felt something because I lined up the track before we started to talk because Mr. X wants to hear Fury of the Furries title theme by Kjetil. So It is lined up, and again, he talked. So let's pay attention to Shetil when he will talk next time. What's
I
so
don't know.
funny?
This is not a fiddly-dum karang.
No, this is not a Fiddly-Dum Krang. And it was made by one of the members of Fast Loaders.
It was indeed.
What if they would know about it? Imagine that.
Did we just reveal something about him to fast loaders?
Oh my god. No one knew ever, but yes. I don't see such a track happening on the side of Fast Loaders though. So yeah.
On the side of fast loaders.
Yeah. I mean,
This
if
side or this side?
well, doesn't matter. So it's kind of funny because this shows also how versatile one's music taste can be when it comes to, especially when it comes to the remix scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. We love all those tracks and they are so different by genre and everything.
Yeah, it's so weird because in the 80s I was this hard rocker and nothing else mattered.
Oh God.
Pun intended. So yeah, we had the school divided into the synth guys and the rock guys. Yeah, back then it was like a cardinal sin to get caught with anything other than rock in your collection. But yeah, it kind of stuck with me far too long, to be honest. And then I kind of started slipping into this synth kind of track, and obviously Depeche Mode was one of the first ones to really catch my ear, and then it just went downhill, uphill, I don't know what way, but some way from there, and yeah.
And now you look like a synth guy.
Kind of, sort of, yeah, or weird metal dude like, I don't know, Rammstein or something, a nerdy Rammstein guy or whatever. I don't know.
No. I would say definitely synth. When we look at him, it's definitely synth rather than rock. So yeah,
maybe. Twilight says, and in between was the odd one out listening to Sid recordings on a Walkman. Yeah, I was one of those, but that was neither synth nor rock, so that was okay. It was, yeah, viewed a bit weirdly, obviously, but still, whenever I played those tracks to friends at school and whatnot, they didn't object. So yeah, I don't know. It was weird times. The 80s were weird.
But I bet that the synth guys weren't that much upset with the rock guys. Only the rock guys were upset with the synth guys.
No, they hated the rock guys. Because awful, just awful sounding racket coming out of the speakers, and we also always had to kind of divide the breaks at school, especially like lunch break and whatnot, because we had a music system in the break room, and we had to divide the break into synth break and rock break.
Okay, and in all the breaks there was some music playing for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes, like 3 tracks maximum, and after that you went back to carry on. Wow, that's amazing. This reminds me of when I was in the 8th class, I think. Yeah, it was the 8th class finishing of elementary school, and I got to do the school radio for that year.
Well, just remember where you are, because Banan says, "Oh, Rammstein is playing in Gothenburg today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow." And he asks, "Are we going?" I didn't even know they were here. It was a random thing.
Slaygon and concerts nowadays, not a thing, not that much. So.
No, I mentioned Rammstein as a kind of a random thing. I don't know if that's rock or synth or whatever the fuck that is. But yeah. Anyway, carry on. 8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade. 8th grade, and the thing was that I always needed to run down for the keys of the studio, like school radio studio. You can imagine how that looked like. Like, there was probably one amplifier and one cassette player next to it, and then the cables going out to blow all the speakers in all the rooms.
Did you do mixtapes for your broadcast?
I did not literal mixtapes, but definitely I always got the newest tracks because I had my sources, and I kind of presented like a lot of tracks before they got familiar with it, because I was all my years were on the satellite televisions as well. So it's like Germany was usually the first to announce things, and the Viva television, and then it got like a tad bit later, probably a few weeks later, to all the other countries and Hungary and all of that. And then, the radio started to play. I pretty much instantly got those that I needed to get. And then I needed to run down to the basement, and then ask for the key, run up. And it was a 20-minute break, because that was the longest break of the day. And sometimes I was just, not today, no, but please. They were pushing me like, let's go up and do something. Okay, if you have to, but not every. We didn't have it every day. I tried to make it happening like 3 times per week or something. But yeah, those were funny times as well. So playing music in the breaks, that definitely has a history, I guess, almost everywhere when it comes to these things.
I don't know how common it was to have this type of broadcast system in schools, but we certainly didn't have one in any of the schools I went to.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay.
We did have a broadcast system where they could announce things, but we didn't have any music on them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Perhaps because it was the 80s and it was kind of split in the middle between the synth guys and the rock guys. And whatever you played, it would be awful for half of them.
But you had some sort of speakers at least in the rooms, right? Or you
No,
didn't?
just the break room.
Just okay.
And whatever speakers we had were, I believe, in the hallway. So there were, like, you could make announcements, but it wasn't like we could play anything like music on them or anything like that.
Yeah, but those type of speakers weren't really configured or by any means made for playing music. So
No,
they were mostly for
announcements.
speaking. Yeah,
It's like a train station announcement type
Exactly.
shitty ones. Oh, and Max Levine says Summerstein is industrial rock, I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right.
yeah, rather rock than any other, but it has electronic elements for sure. So.
Yeah. And apparently the Rammstein was where Banan lives last week, but he didn't go, but he did hear Du Hast and Dison from his house. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Du Hast was a bit of a weird one. We had a lot of parties around the time that came out, and yeah, they were weird.
Also, when we went not that long ago, we went with the company to a karaoke bar that looks amazing, and one of
Did
the
it
rooms.
sound amazing though? No, because it's a karaoke bar.
Everyone knows that you hate karaoke bars, but this is only you. Some people like them. So,
If you say some people like them, that means it's not only me.
no, it's not only you, but no one said that. So,
Yes, you did.
no.
You
some,
said it's only you. Some people like them.
No, okay. I'm sorry about my phrasing. The point is that we had the German team, the company, in one of the rooms. Definitely they were singing Du Hast, like with a whole group of people. Like, I think I even recorded that.
Yeah, it's a kind of a choir type thing.
Yep, and they loved to shout all together. That was something that they knew by heart, and I guess even non-Germans know it by heart sometimes.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely. It was a very, very, very big thing around here.
Yeah, not only here, everywhere, pretty much. So
Yeah, I was thinking mostly because the karaoke thing was here.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I realized that I would need to line up the next song, and I didn't. You know,
Whoopsie.
good company, and the time flies, and all of that. And so that's yep. There we go.
Horny Kanut, or Hoenir Kanut, or whatever, on YouTube says, "Is this live? Guess not." Well, guess again.
Guess again. It is live. It's very live. That's why we have all those glitches sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Like glitches.
Besides, cutting shows that are 3 hours long, like post-cutting them, is kind of a tedious job that I don't think that currently we have the resources for, like every week.
You don't think?
No. I might think that we don't. Anyway, Banan has the next request. And
Banananan.
Banana. THC Flatline. BTHC Flatline. I don't know how that B.
It's a THCA,
happened.
just a misspelling.
Yeah, most probably. THC Flatline and Blood Money kicked the mix.
He actually made this when we were working together.
Oh, amazing.
Yes, in a castle.
Nice. Any stories about the song?
Later, after the
Okay.
song, maybe.
Squee. So the story of the song.
Well, not that song in particular.
So which song in particular?
I think Gauntlet 3 was the one we talked the most about, but Fourth Dimension by him is the one he really. No, wait. Yes, Terra Cresta. Terra Cresta was the one. Because he used the Buzz Tracker by Yeskola or something like that. And he created all of these tracks on RKO with that. And he got really proficient in using it. Obviously, he created all the sounds himself and all of that shit. I think I made a request to him once. Yes, actually. Cyberworld is the one.
But it never happened.
Yes,
It did?
It did. He actually made it. Let's see. Dun-dun-dun. Because I heard the SID. I don't know when the SID came out, but THE Flatline's version of it is awesome.
Oh yeah, we know that one.
Yeah. I actually asked him to make a remix of it. He didn't really like it at first. When I asked him, he was like, nah, shitty SID. But the more he worked on it, the more he liked the SID. Jeff Cyberworld 95. Yeah. So the SID was from 95.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was closer in time. But yeah, I must have heard it right around that time when I asked him to do a remix. But because back then I didn't do remixes, I didn't know how to. So I had to ask someone like THE Flatline, who actually didn't know how to do remixes, to do one.
And did you start to use Buzz or not really?
I tried. He showed me how to kind of create sounds and all of that. I get the concept, or got the concept, because Yeskola kind of lost all of the source and whatnot for the tracker, so he can continue coding on it in a hard drive crash, I believe it was. So yeah, that was unfortunate. So either rebuild it from scratch or just yeah.
That's sad. That's really sad. I haven't heard of that story, but I also tried to use Buzz. I got the concept and the idea. I couldn't get used to it. It wasn't really... Yeah, I couldn't get used to it, basically. Probably I could if I really tried hard, but...
Yeah, I think it's easier for the people who have worked with synthesizers and that sort of thing before. But since I never have, and I presume you never have, like programming synthesizers and creating sounds for them, then I found it kind of difficult to get going, so to speak. This is around the time where I asked Mackie if I could borrow his license for Renoise. So I did, and made Dwarf Fly in it, and felt okay because I was used to trackers. But yeah.
Yep.
I was looking for something else.
Something else.
Yes, felt too limiting working in trackers, which is why I eventually ended up with Cubase.
Yeah, and that's why partially I ended up with Cubase as well, because not because of your push, but when I investigated the alternatives, I think Cubase felt like the most natural choice to me. But the logic is the same, so...
Indeed. Max Levine says, THC still works at DICE, right? I actually don't know. I don't think it does. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I know he hangs out on the what is it called? The Friday, the Discord thingy that scene Discord thingy like once a week at least. Peter Clark is there every now and then, and THG Flatline Danko turns up every now and then. So yeah, by Motley of Genesis Project. No, F4CG. Sorry.
Duh. Yeah, nice. Sounds great.
Hello, Tech Atl. Tech Atl. Oh, is it The Cuddle? It's the soft version of his name. The Cuddle. Tech Atl.
Weird associations you have.
Just
regular stuff.
Just regular stuff that regular people have.
Everyone. Yogi Bleeze only said mutants in his request. No specification if this is the original or any other remix. And I have a personal favorite mutant remix, which sounds really cheesy at this very moment because it's just a mere accident that...
Should I get some butter?
Yeah, because it's too cheesy. It's a mere accident that the author is sitting right next to me.
Oh.
But...
Ah!
I wouldn't say if I wouldn't think this genuinely, so... And he wouldn't need to be my boyfriend to think so either, because I think genuinely that this is one of the best mutant remixes ever made.
And Shetil, pay some attention towards the end, because there's no Kerrang or Foodly-dum.
And it's from his Cinematic 64 album. And then finally he decided to upload it to RKO as well. So... that's how we will hear that. And and it got the subtitle The Mantra, which do you want to explain why?
Well, the Fred thought that this particular track from Mutants was very hypnotic. So essentially a mantra is something you repeat to yourself.
Okay.
So this is my attempt of essentially creating a track that is a mantra.
Okay.
So it's a combination of the beat that is slightly offset every now and then to keep you awake, and then the musical like ostinatos in there and that sort of thing that is supposed to be the mantra itself.
Okay, so let's stay awake to this song. Who said that fade outs are uninspiring? Who said that?
I did.
Were you uninspired?
This is why I particularly asked Kjetil to keep an ear on that one.
Aha, now we understand. That's why.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, thanks for organizing the shelf, Puko. When I sent these tracks off to mastering to Lagerfeldt, he actually cut this ending very short. It was like a few beats in and then just quick fade out and just, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I said, no. That one is supposed to kind of fade out slowly into the distance. It's the mantra, it's all the ostinatos on top of ostinatos, the repetition and all of that. That's the same with the drums at the end, and they're supposed to kind of lull you in, because you're supposed to listen to the album in its entirety, because it's got this kind of story in there. So the story here is that the ending here would kind of lull you into this full sense of security before the end part, which is Knucklebusters, the all-out war kind of part.
And Kjetil added one sentence here. So uninspiring, this one.
Yeah, very uninspiring.
Oh, well. Yeah, DMC posted a GIF that kind of describes that fade out situation nicely, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that was during the break.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah, exactly.
Good
so big
one.
bada boom.
Big bada boom. And just for your information, it's on Discord. So if you are not on Discord, you won't see it, unfortunately. But yeah, he added it there.
If you want to join us on Discord, you can do that by going to slade.radio/discord.
Discord?
Discord. Karang!
Yeah, Puko left the studio before she could hear the end of this joke.
Yeah, she didn't like the Karang.
No, she doesn't. She really doesn't.
She thinks they are very uninspiring.
Mm-hmm. You know what she thinks that is uninspiring? Fruits. They are very uninspiring to her.
Fruits or berries?
Well, both actually, because today I tried to show her some berry, and she definitely let such a distance between her and the fruit berry, and then this is so weird that I need to correct myself on this one. To me it's weird because it's a fruit, okay? So
it is in the fruit family, that is correct.
It's still weird. So this distance maximum, and I tried to actually show it to her, like, sniff it, it's okay, because sometimes we do that, like they sniff something and then they calm down because they know how it smells, right? But no, not closer than this one. No, don't get that shit close to me at all, especially with lemon and toothpaste. They absolutely find it uninspiring.
Yeah, the well-known berry toothpaste.
Yes, fruits, berries, and toothpaste. Both of the cats. I guess there might be some cats as everywhere in the world that are exceptions to that rule, but these are not. These just hate to be picked up. That's the other specialized thing about them, or a specific thing about them.
I don't think very many cats like to be picked up.
But many just stand it because, sure, it's not that they are against it so much. But these are control freaks. You cannot just lift them up as you please.
Especially Zelda. It's like as soon as you pick her up, it's like...
If Puko would be around, you could demonstrate, but
no,
she is not.
With Puko, it would be kind of a bad demonstration because she will kind of accept it initially.
Nah, she accepts it for 5 seconds and then she's...
Yeah, initially.
Initially, yeah. 5 seconds initially.
Yeah, Zelda does not even initially. It's like instant try to escape.
Yeah, and you can do anything else with them. That's so interesting. Like, they love the belly rubbing. They love, like, when we pet them. They love all the touch. They really don't go away when you want to pet them. But picking up, no. Not even putting them to your lap.
No.
That's also very interesting because some cats, they like to sit there.
Hmm.
These don't.
It's kind of a good thing because I think there seems to be a correlation between cats that like to be in your kind of lap or whatever. They also walk all over your keyboards. These do not.
Because someone taught them well, I guess. That's why.
Well, partly, but I do kind of want to hold them every now and then.
The keys or the cats?
Yes.
Okay, good. We have a very nice song lined up.
That is very nice.
That is very nice. Connected to the heat wave that is still on. The Heat of the Night. Vice remix by These. And Shargo requested this one. And the specialty about this remix is that no one else has remixed it just yet. So if it would be made by a composer that is in the list, I would say remix it. But since we have a strict list right now, let's see. Yes, this is made by Deke, so he is not in the list of the BitLife competition. DMC, you might have joined a bit later, but we announced the initial rules of the BitLife competition. So please, if you can, read back the rules of that.
I just put it on the screen right now.
Yeah, very good.
There you go.
There you go, because this time the organizers expect you to make a remix out of 2 separate authors' songs. So technically a medley, at least 2 songs, and specific artists
It
that
doesn't
are
need to be
there.
a medley. You can actually intertwine them, like take the bass line of one and add the melody of another.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyhow, just remember, not a regular remix, but this time a mix of 2 songs and 2 authors, if you can. And how you resolve that, that's completely up to you. I like to call it, what?
So, how you resolve that is fucking none of our business.
It's definitely none of our business. It's absolutely your business. You go there, take it, and take it or leave it, right? That's it. So,
Mash up, so to say, DMC says.
yeah,
Yes.
can be. That can be as well. Or they can be separate and just intertwine them, as Slaygon said.
Mm-hmm.
That can work.
That can work.
Can.
There are many ways in which you can do this.
Yes, indeed. So, pull out your creativity. What?
Sidudu says, if you remix 3 tunes together, is it a 3 mix?
I guess it is.
Okay. Boom. That's the 3rd one of the evening.
Yep. Good one.
She got 2. You got 1, Zidudu.
Ooh, we are
You
in
got
fight
one.
now. Okay, let's do this. Okay then.
Oh, I heard someone on the counter in the kitchen jumping down.
We need to
Mhm.
we need to really do something there. They are not supposed to be there. They are
They are
really
not.
not supposed to be there.
Just curious.
Uh-huh.
Like cats are.
Yeah. Curiosity killed the cat. Hopefully it won't happen this time. Anyway, this and Heat of the Night, and this one goes out to Shargo. on this track.
Could have gone
So
down.
nice.
It's very upbeat and nice.
Slaygon was saying it's very upbeat, meaning that it's not his style, but he appreciates the effort.
Yeah, it's very well done. It's not a thing I would do, but I still
We all know.
appreciate the skill and effort that goes into it.
Yeah, I still think that at one point we need to cooperate and to see where it goes with me being upbeat and
We've
you
done
being downbeat.
Twice now.
Yeah, but that's not exactly the same. I mean, we were sitting in the studio together. Yeah, sure. We did not release that song, by the way.
No, we did not.
We did not. And
I don't even know where it is.
oh, look at that! You lost it.
No,
Shame on
it's
you.
on that machine over there. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
it is right there. You see the Slay Radio logo over there. That's where it is in the studio machine.
Oh well. Thank you for showing it to us. And Berka says, if I play 2 SIDs and record with my phone, does that count for the remix competition? Technically, if you put a drum loop under them, then you might go somewhere, actually. But yeah, of course, a bit more effort than that would be very nice. Well appreciated, if that's
Yeah,
possible.
a tiny bit more.
Just a little bit more. Yeah, indeed. What is so funny?
No,
Hi,
Lala is working right now.
Working. Yeah, he is
That's
always working when there's a show. Yes.
Going very well, is it? Yeah, okay.
Zito said, I thought Sid and drums was no longer loud. But, there are still...
It kind of depends on how you
Yeah.
do it, I guess. A straight
Yeah.
recording of a SID and putting a drum loop on top of it? Maybe not. But you can still do, I think, if you do it cleverly, you can still get away with essentially doing SID plus drums.
Essentially.
Yeah, essentially. Let's say you record each channel separately. You fatten up the bass, you oomph up the lead and do certain bits with that, and you add a drum track, you chop up the bits a little bit, add some musicality to it. Because that essentially would be like, I don't know, like hip hop. Because that's what they do a lot of the times with the music. They just take certain bits and then they kind of chop it up and then reshuffle them and do something different.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Extended Sid. Yeah, Lala, thank you for the link.
Martin Land says, live drums by Andreas, for example. Well, yeah,
That's
sure.
an effort,
but,
at least.
But just doing drums on top of a SID? Maybe not. But maybe if you take the SID, you chop it up and make something slightly different out of it, and then add the drums on top of that. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe. It's like, be creative. So do something different than the others. That's always the best bet, I think. And where are we now? I'd say...
Still in the studio.
Yeah, I'd say that we entered the last half hour, but we didn't because we started 15 minutes later.
We entered the last half hour, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
The last half hour counts from 45 now because we started the show.
Doesn't.
Oh, is that how it works?
It's not a sliding window.
Oh.
It has a start and it has an end.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
After 11.
11 end.
Yeah,
If you start later, shorter show.
We promised 3 hours.
No, we have never promised 3 hours.
We have never promised 3 hours.
Never,
Since when?
ever have we promised 3 hours.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna get exciting. Anyway, let's play a song, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Berka requested Mackey and Crazy Comets Comment Non-Stop 2022 remix.
Music non-stop.
Comets dancing all around to the electronic sound. Aber kein Kometen kann like me dance to the melody. Kometen kommt aus outer space, carrying a foreign race. But foreign races can't like me dance to the melody. Non-stop comet action will lead to mass destruction. Non-stop comet invasion, alien sensation. Non-stop comet invasion, alien sensation. Non-stop comet action will lead to mass destruction. Comets dancing all around to the electronic sound. Aber kein Kometen kann like me dance to the melody. Kometen kommt aus outer space, carrying a foreign race. But foreign races can't like me dance to the melody. Non-stop comet action will lead to mass destruction. Non-stop comet invasion, alien sensation.
That's me.
That's you.
No, that was Mackie.
Yeah, no, that was definitely Mackey and the 2022 version of Crazy Comets that he did the first version of, obviously. That's why it's the 2022 version. If anyone wouldn't know that. But everyone knows that here, I think. There is a slight chance for that. Oh, we got a
Hypocrite.
comment from the background. Now you can
She-
demonstrate how
she might
easy it is
take-
to pick her up.
I can.
Yeah?
Hypocrite.
Oh, she's already running away. Like, look at it. Oh, yo. But you are not on the camera. Oh, she's. Oh, she really tried. Just a bit down, further down. There is the little. Oh, yo. Nope.
That is good.
Did you got
Probably
Any-
very, very hairy.
Yeah, not only
I gotta-
hairy.
This is how I get my hairy chest. My manly hairy chest. It's all cat hair.
And now she's in the same distance in a playful mood. Okay. Under the table, it's always the best place for cats, don't ask why. And under the cars, that's the other part. And under anything where you cannot really take them and find them and yeah. But anyway.
I think we may be able to. That's something we can do. There we go. There's a cat. Attack mode.
Yes.
Buka, 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 buka. Oh, buka, buka, buka.
Tail in complete playful mood. And God knows what she wants to attack. We don't. We really don't.
Buka, buka.
Nope. No camera. Nope. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I guess she defeated her camera sickness or whatever that is.
Maybe.
A little bit. Too much manly cat hair error, yeah. Definitely, don't even tell it to me. They like to sleep on my side on the bed, and that side of the bed is especially hairy. Not thanks to me.
This is why I vacuum it every day, basically, with a kind of a brushy thingy on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you. You have become quite obsessed with the vacuum since we moved here.
Yes, it's because you can now actually vacuum by just picking it up and doing bzzz, done and putting it away.
Because we got a smaller vacuum that is not that much of a
handheld.
hassle. Yeah, handheld. And for some reason, Slaygon is using the vacuum as many times now as he never did before in his whole life. Right? Am I right?
More now than ever, yes. Because previously I only got the regular vacuum.
Yeah,
It's always a hassle. You need to kind of roll it out and
that's true.
put the fucking thing together, pull the cord out and plug it in, and then you need to move the fucking plug and
That is
it's a
very
hassle.
true.
It's
Yeah.
a hassle.
Very true. What's on that other screen right now?
That's
That looks weird.
my fingers over the camera on the mobile phone.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
it's on the thingy behind us now.
interesting. You mean cordless, said Fluke.
Cordless and handheld, yes.
Yeah, those are the two requirements to be vacuum cleaner obsessed. That's what you need. And
Not because there are cordless that are not handheld.
yeah, so both of them are needed. That's why I said that these are the things that you need to be obsessed with the vacuum.
And here's the kind of sad thing. In this house, we have two stairs. Ones that lead downstairs to the studio and the basement where the laundry room and all that shit is. And then upstairs where the bedrooms are. Both of those are covered with carpet. And cat hair and carpet, not such a good match.
I mean, they are a good match. They really mix up well.
Yes,
if you
they really
will.
do. If you really enjoy that softness, that soft kind of layer of cat hair under your naked feet, that they're perfect.
Lala,
I don't.
Lala has a good
I don't,
point.
so I use the vacuum.
Lala has a good point here. I think that he solved my question in my head. What Ziona doesn't know is that on the other end of the vacuum, Slaygon attached a bottle of beer with a straw in it so he can drink and vacuum at the same time. There we go. This is
You
it.
should have told me this earlier, Lala. There would have been so much more vacuuming done.
Still, you do a lot of vacuuming
I
compared
do,
to...
yes.
Yeah.
That's weird. There's not even beer on it yet.
Imagine that. What would happen? No, don't give him ideas.
And imagine if that beer was licorice shot. Oh my god. That would be so nice.
We need to play a song. I can't keep up with this anymore. I can't take that. So, beer and licorice. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Not beer and licorice. Licorice shots.
Shots. No.
It's a very different thing.
Oh yeah, shots. They are very different. Last time you had shots when I wasn't here. We weren't able to talk on the phone. So, no.
Yeah, I didn't find the hello, someone is calling me button.
Not that you could not find the words, but
exactly, it's the same thing.
Almost the same thing. Anyway, we have Max Levine who requested a song that you lined up there.
I did indeed line it up here. I'm just gonna check that we have. There we go. Yes, I did.
Can I ask you kindly to play it? This would be format and car whoop 1 to be exact.
Carve up, or carvup.
Carvup, maybe? I
don't know.
Do not know.
Yeah. Anyway, here's format for you. Definitely the wrong one.
About abrupt endings. That is one of them.
But there was no karang fully do.
But I think that was a good material to loop as well, and we will never learn because it was played from a YouTube video, so maybe it was looped. Maybe this was not the intention to end the song.
Was that a module, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
yes,
definitely meant to loop.
Yeah, meant to. So a very Max Levine-like request, I would say.
Very
Thank
much.
you very much. Yeah, indeed.
Oops.
Oop.
Oops.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
there?
it's just the my heel kicking the chair thingy.
It is just your heel kicking the chair and your third beer, or
1, 2, 3. Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yes. Oh, look at that! I keep track of it.
Yes.
Better than you do.
Could be fourth. Fourth, he says, and does this. Me numbers good.
Yeah, I always say that from the fourth beer, it goes downhill.
It kind of depends what kind of beer it is.
Yeah, that is very true, because it's not equal if you drink folk öl or the handcrafted Gothenburg beer that is definitely not free, but 8% sometimes. 5.8.
Sometimes, yes, and
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes it's like 2 point something, and sometimes it's 4. It's different.
Good thing that
All
we
of
are
them are
approaching the
different.
end of the show, because you need to always stop on the peak. Just kidding. I mean, English does have a saying that like that, right? You need to stop on the peak.
It's not just English.
Not just English. Okay, so
No, it's the thing. You stop when you're at your best,
you stop when, yeah, exactly. But how is exactly
at the peak.
You stop at the peak. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Well, I almost got it right with only guessing, so I'm so happy about that. Lala knows what I'm talking about.
Only Lala?
Yeah, because we have this saying, a csúcson kell abba hagyni, you need to stop it at the peak, when at the best, basically. So not when you go downhill.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah, what? Oh, why are you looking at me like that?
No, just the same expression everywhere.
Ah, that's good to know. How is it in Swedish?
Essentially. Sluta på topp.
Sluta på topp. They make everything so compact. I'm like mind blown completely. Like so short, so compact. Like they don't overcomplicate things like we do, for example.
Oh, quit when you're ahead. Yeah, it's kind of the same.
There we go, Hanks. That's so nice.
Thanks.
I wonder if Polish has the same thing.
That phrase escaped my mind for a moment, but yeah.
Aufhören, wenn es am schönsten ist. DMC. Quit while you are ahead. Perfect. Now we learn something again.
It's better to quit while you're ahead instead of quitting while you're a butt.
Oh. When is the moment when you are a butt?
I don't know. Quit while you're a leg.
That would make more sense in another language than English, because there are some languages that say that
Or
you
a
are an
foot.
ass. You are an ass, literally. Yeah.
Quit while you're a foot. That is a good one. Thank you, Seeduder.
Not sure about Polish equivalent. Oh, that's not nice, because I would love to read that.
Quit before you're beheaded.
That's a good thing, to quit before you are beheaded.
Yeah, I vote for that one.
Oh my god. Yeah, those things are difficult actually, because you can't really Google translate them, so you need to know
Yeah, you can actually, because they are pretty good with those nowadays,
Are they?
especially from English to other languages.
Okay, that's good to know, because I guess, well, it's not that I'm checking it every day, but last time I checked, they are not really good with expressions.
Huh.
But anyway.
Well, my experience is that they, especially English and Swedish, if you're looking for specific phrases, and it does a pretty good job at
That is very
doing
true,
that.
but English is probably the most updated language there. So that I expect to be ahead. Kind of. Apparently it's zrezygnuj, póki jesteś do przodu. Okay? In Polish. Póki. I don't think I know this word.
I do. It's called Pokemon.
Pokemon. Okay, that's interesting. I need to look that up. Stop it before it's too late. I think it's too late. We talked a lot about this already.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes out from end of show. So, yeah, it's too late now.
They're going said that. I don't think it's too popular, though. Polls are rarely ahead. Aren't they? I mean, there are many of you. Maybe some are ahead, at least from 40 million people. Don't you think? Maybe. Ever so slightly. But we have still some requests to... Yes, it's happening to me as well. And it was only 2 shots. So... It's Gohanks' fault. Anyway, FS requested, who is... Don't start that because I will continue. This time I'm in the garden, he said. That's great. Especially this time in the garden. That must be a very nice temperature there. Fixoid and Thrust, which I think is regularly requested in the show. So, but we never can get bored of it anyway.
Microphone.
Classic. We can really say it's a classic.
Yes, and you can stop thrusting now.
What about this thrusting that the guys are doing here?
Yeah, keep it kind of on the up and up ish.
Up and up?
Yeah. Even Puko agrees. Yeah, she's here to check on all the thrusting going on.
Yeah,
I heard some thrusting in here.
yes, and it's exactly 11, just 1 minute past 11. So I think that her internal biological clock is definitely ticking there.
Yeah, she's an old fart and fat.
Old fart, poor. She does not agree with you.
Of course she doesn't.
Old fat fart? No, she's not a fart. She's just a grumpy old lady. That's what she is.
Yeah, definitely is what she is.
Mm-hmm.
Very grumpy and very old and very lady. Axiomat on YouTube says, good Polish, when you were speaking Polish earlier. Also says, greetings from Poland. Greetings from
Cześć.
Sweden. Czech.
Cześć.
Checkmate.
Cześć. And you really need to make that
Cześć.
soft sh, like that
Cześć.
funniest moment in
Cześć.
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 Almost there. Exactly. You feel the difference, but you cannot. Almost. When I learned the Polish alphabet, that was the funniest moment in like the whole learning process, when they actually said sh, sh, and I was like, seriously? Like that is one character. Like, why would you have sh and sh? And they do, because they definitely have
Stop shooting me!
it's about the sh character, so they have a line over the sh, and then that makes it
Over the
sh. And no, I'm not kidding, it makes it
just went
softer.
it's like a small balloon. You blow it up and it goes up.
Exactly. That's the point. And I find it really funny because, of course, as a foreigner, you try to learn it, and then in your alphabet, there are several other characters that we don't want to talk about right now because others won't understand either. But the sh and the sh didn't make that much difference to me. So I really needed to actually exercise that. So it's cześć. And, it took me a while though.
Yeah, so it's not chest.
No, not chest. Not
Chest hair.
and not even chest. No, that is too deep. You need to make it right. Exactly. And there are two variants of and it's esh and she. Yeah, definitely. It's kind of fun. So yeah, a lot of fun with that language, I can tell you. So if you want a very complex language with a very complex grammar, Polish is one of them. I guess Hungarian is kind of in the competition of that, but I'm not a judge of that because I'm a native on that department. So you never can judge your own language when you are a native. You will never guess that. I don't know how you perceive yours though, because technically...
Which one?
Exactly. Technically, Swedish is more native to you than Finnish, but you
Very
were born
much, yes.
as Finnish. So how do you perceive your Swedish?
My Swedish is that to me is native. Finnish now is I haven't spoken Finnish daily since 25 years back or something like that, because I had this deal with Robin's mother, my son's mother, that I will speak Finnish with him and she would speak Swedish with him.
Very good.
So
deal.
he would get this dual language bringing up.
Mm-hmm.
At 11, he said, "Stop talking Finnish to me. You sound stupid." But we carried on for, I don't know, 3 or 4 more years. At which point he started responding. No, he actually started responding in Swedish before that. But I kept talking Finnish to him anyway. And reading Finnish and whatnot. But I don't know. I kind of lost contact with the Finnish language with the past 20 or so years. And it takes effort to figure out the words I need.
Yeah, I
English is easier than Finnish nowadays.
But how do you perceive those two languages compared to each other? Like,
completely different. When I started talking Swedish, I couldn't express myself because there were no words or string of words I could put together to express what it is that I was thinking.
Because Finnish is more specific and Swedish is more contextual.
It has a better way of expressing certain things. And Swedish has a better way of expressing other things. But the stumbling blocks is you remember the hard things to learn rather than the easy things to learn. So in the kind of overlapping time between while learning Swedish proper and just speaking Finnish to all my friends and family and all that, there was this weird overlapping time where I used both languages to express certain things. For instance, a good example would be, not really a good example, but an example, because this has nothing to do with the expression or whatever, but the overlap period and struggle is when because I learned math in Finnish, and then when you went to Swedish, you went to the store or whatever, and someone asks you how much is this and this. You had to do the math in Finnish and then translate that math to Swedish.
Yeah.
So that's a tricky one.
It is. It is indeed.
But nowadays I kind of do math both in English and Swedish, but not in Finnish anymore.
Oh. Actually, there was an interesting theory of someone. I don't remember the names right now. I would need to look that up. That it matters what language you learn math on, because that forms the idea of the complexity and everything, how you think. So theoretically, it matters how you learn the math and what is default to you.
No, the math is the same, essentially, in Finnish and Swedish. It's just that when you think of the numbers, you have, you have the multiplication table and whatnot. There are certain things that rhyme a certain way. And if you think of how language works, is you have emphasis on certain things while you don't have that on other things. Okay. And when you learn that like multiplication table, you learn that in one language, and if you need to recite it in another language, it's going to be completely different phrasing to it.
Most likely.
When you need to think of numbers and try to get to them quickly, you remember that pacing you had to get to the number you needed in one language.
Yep.
So that doesn't translate nicely.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point as well. So I guess there are a lot of things that...
Lala says, we should all speak Esperanto. Problem solved, I agree.
Esperanto was founded by a Polish man, by the way. Just so you know. He
got so tired of Polish that he just, fuck this shit. I am born and raised here with this language. Fuck it. I'm done with this shit now.
I mean, technically that could be Finnish or Hungarian as well, because the same complexity applies. But it was a Polish dude. And yes, that's how Esperanto was born. And they say that it's the shortest time when you can learn it. I guess there was a need for simplifying things, right? All makes sense. We should all learn to speak binary fluently so we can coexist with our future AI overlords. Not a bad thought, Lala. Scary one, but yeah.
How do you pronounce 0 and how do you pronounce 1? You would need to sound like a modem. I doubt your vocal cords could keep that up for a full day.
English is a natural Esperanto. I agree with Martin. It's very sufficient for interdimensional communication, so to speak.
No, English is a bastardized language with roots in all the Germanic and Germanic languages like Germany, German, Dutch, French. French is not Germanic, is it? No, it's not. Nordic languages. A bunch of different things. It's not very Esperanto, if memory serves, is a very recent human constructed language. Very logical.
Just saying.
English is not logical.
He stepped over the threshold, so now he doesn't notice how much time we spent with this.
I did,
by the way,
because I have keeping an eye on the clock. And we have only one more track to play, and then we are out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's definitely a fact. We have one more track to play, our last request for tonight, and then we are out. And yeah, I was just
Malthus
curious.
just arrived.
Look at
Good
that.
evening.
He always comes like, what is this timing, Malthus? Come on. Do you have a real life as well? It's unforgivable. Seriously.
Yeah. It is.
Good evening to you as well.
Good evening.
We are preparing to play the exit tune right now. Just in time, indeed. But yeah, the shows are always in the archive, as you know. On Twitch, there's only the last show on Twitch, right?
No, it's
No?
they keep the last 3 or 4 weeks of shows, I think.
I never can keep
3
track
weeks,
of that,
something
really.
like that.
But the last some shows are there. Yeah, real life, what's that? Indeed, Martin Land. We don't know that either just now because we are on holiday. But yep, indeed, real life. And our last request for tonight is Berka's request. O2. Monty,
OT?
OT. Monty on the Run.
The original topic?
Not quite, but anyway, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing here. And I just thought it's something I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, leave the Eurobeat for later.
No, that's not the one that I wanted to start. Never mind. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for keeping up with us this evening and the chit-chats and the requests as well. Thanks a lot. And
Are you keeping up with Slay Radio?
Slate Radio and friends, because there is also Boss Radio if you want to join similar live shows with a more less blippy bloppy, more popular type of music as well. That's what you can find on Boss Radio, from best music from 60s onwards. That's what they say about themselves, just saying. And tomorrow you can meet Kizi Koni, from Friday, same time at 8. Yeah, we know this time it was 8:15 for us, but usually it is 8, okay? So no excuses, no more. Zido there will be on Saturday, just in the usual time, and Matt Ricardo on Monday, and Cactus on Tuesday, and the Hump Show with Boz, of course, on Wednesdays. And after that, Thursday follows, and we will figure out if
we will
Slaygon
do some
is
testing
ready.
and whatnot.
If Slaygon is ready to do a remote show, I am, so it wouldn't be a problem for me, but apparently, if it doesn't hit quality standards by him, then we won't make it happen.
It's not only that, but when we do a remote show, I literally do both of these jobs at the same time.
Yeah, that is very true.
So-
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very true. That's a lot of effort on his side, and I would be happy to help out, but currently there might be not many ways I can. Maybe remote desktop.
That's going to be difficult.
Ouch.
Difficult.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll figure something out at some point, somehow. But for now, we have one more song to play, and I will say thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It was good fun, and we're still on vacation, and we will figure something out for next week.
That's promising. Lala
Yeah.
added bleepy bloppy music. This ziona, really? I demand an apology. Why? What's wrong with bleepy bloppy music?
We haven't played any blippy bloppy music today.
That is very true. But the origins are blippy bloppy music.
That is very true, but this has not been blippy bloppy evening.
No.
We should do a blippy bloppy evening.
Yeah, maybe we should at some point. So
should.
let's make it blippy bloppy at some point, indeed. And let's see
Are
what
you
happens
keeping
next
up
week.
with the blippy blop?
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's time to go for us. And Berka's request is the last one. Once again, thank you everyone for being with us. Bye. Sleep well. Have a good night. Have rest.
Sleep in tights.
Indeed. It's summer, so after all, you need to have some holiday and relax at some point as well. Don't forget about that.
And your tights need to be very thin because it's warm.
And don't be too tight. But anyway, just be loose, relaxed and everything. It's summer, and make yourself some time to relax as well. And this is O2 and Monty on the Run as a goodbye song for tonight. And let's see if we meet next week. I'm up for it.
We'll see. We'll figure something out. But if that something is couldn't do it, we'll let you know. Join Discord to find out. slay.radio/Discord.
Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm Johnny Vegas, and when I'm on the internet, I listen to DJ Skits on Slay Radio. Oh, he's a cheeky monkey.
Good night, everyone.